Tyran Duval from the Valley Huskers, part of this football story. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Think back, if you can, your first football memory. What is it?
For me, I started out in flag, so
Okay.
I was 8 years old, and my first memory I can just remember like running through everyone, uh, getting a couple of touchdowns. That's definitely my first memory of playing football.
So, who got you into the game? Did you sign? Did you go to mom and dad and say, I want to sign up to football, or did somebody else in your family influence you?
I at that age, I think my parents were just trying to get me into a bunch of different sports.
Okay,
So
fair.
they signed me up for flag, and I just fell in love with it. And then so it was spring flag, and then that fall I went into tackle.
What were the other sports that they tried to get you into?
Baseball, I stuck with that one too. I played baseball for a very
Okay.
long time as well, and then basketball as well.
You were a quarterback in football. Were you a pitcher in baseball too?
I pitched from time to time, but I
Yeah.
usually play shortstop and center field.
Okay. Was
Yeah.
there any hesitation between mom or dad about, oh, you're going into a contact sport with football. We don't want you in that sport. Was there any hesitation?
Definitely from my mom. Yeah, she still has hesitation when it comes to contact sports, but she knows I've been playing for a long time, so she just doesn't really care anymore.
She must enjoy it though, you out there playing
Yeah,
football, running around from some of those
yeah,
big boys.
yeah.
Any other family members in football when you were a young kid growing up?
I have a little brother, but he never really got into football. He's a baseball kid.
Okay. And were you a fan of football growing up? Like as an 8-year-old playing flag, did you get into CFL? You're from Abbotsford. The Lions are closed. Are you an NFL guy?
Yeah, I am a big Lions fan. I have a Big Hill jersey signed by G. Roy, Travis Lulay, and Big Hill. So we'd always go to the games, but I'm a Packers fan now.
Okay.
So I became a Packers fan when they beat the Steelers, and I think like 0-11, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Do you
dad's a
enjoy
Packers
do you,
fan too.
do you enjoy watching good quarterbacks play?
I do.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now he's with the Jets. Are you now a Jets fan?
No, I'm a Jordan Love fan now.
Okay, yeah, that's a good guy to model your game after. Do you remember the first Lions game you went to? Were you in awe when you walked into BC Place?
Actually, my first ever game I went to was at Empire, when
Okay.
it was still a thing, and they played the Blue Bombers. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And were you just in awe of these professional athletes whipping around the field?
Probably. I can't really remember too much from the game, but I probably was.
What was your first piece of memorabilia? You remember?
One of those like foam claws
Oh yeah.
that, yeah, one of those.
You still have it?
I might, I don't know.
So maybe mom's clawing at you every time to get
Uh,
back on the field. So you had a nice high school career in Abbotsford at WJ Mott, then you decided to go to U of S in Saskatchewan. Why did you transfer from BC to go to Saskatchewan?
Coming out of high school, my last year, I had a few schools talking to me, but the top two were U of S and Waterloo.
Hmm,
And I think the decision to go to U of S was they were such a powerhouse at the time. And the Can West, in my opinion, has better competition.
mhm.
So, and it is a little closer to home. So I think those were the three main reasons why I picked to go to U of S.
Were you always a quarterback growing up? Like you said, you
Um,
were running around the field in flag football, obviously not throwing, but you're young at that point.
Growing up, I actually played a lot of receiver and running back. And then once think, I think one year in Pee Wee, I switched to quarterback. And then it was like kind of on and off. Like some years I play quarterback, some years I play receiver. Kind of just depends on who the personnel was. But I've been playing quarterback since grade 9 now.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure on a quarterback. Ever think about switching back to receiver? Take some of the pressure off?
Sometimes, but receivers got pressure too. They got to make big
Sure.
time catches as well. So
Yeah.
I think every position has pressure when it comes to football.
Yeah. So you're at U of S, then you come back to BC, play with the Valley Huskers. What was that transition like and why?
The main reason for me was just playing time. And as a quarterback, I feel in the Canadian game, like practice is good to get reps, but game reps are a whole different ball game in my opinion. So I think for me coming back home and playing for the Huskers was to get some playing time and evolve my game for sure.
Yeah. You feel comfortable? It feels like a home now with the Huskers?
Oh yeah, this is my third year. I think as soon as I got there, it felt like a home because a lot of guys I played with in high school or a lot of guys I know are on my team as well. So there's a lot of chemistry.
Yeah. There must be a good support system in the stands as well when you're at home.
Oh yeah, I think most games where our stands are pretty full. So
But for you personally, with mom and dad in the area
yeah,
and family members, do they come
yeah.
out with the number 2 jersey on?
I can't get them all jerseys, but they all come out represent.
How competitive are the differences, I guess, between the U Sport game and the CJFL? Is it a big jump? Is it just speed?
I think some people think it's a big difference, but personally, I don't think it is.
Hmm,
I think yeah, in U sports are definitely bigger, stronger guys, but other than that, I think the speed of the game wise, I don't think it's very much different.
yeah. I want to look at your stats last year. Over 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns last year. So what's the goal this year? Is it always try to surpass the year that you just had?
For sure, but last year I only played 7 games
Yeah.
due to injury, so for me is just playing a full season and staying healthy.
Were you surprised a little bit with the numbers that you put up, even though you only played 7 games?
Um, No, I don't think so. I think my team, like my receiving core, really helped me out last year. We have a really deep receiving core with a lot of depth, and I think they definitely helped me out.
And you make the playoffs last year, the Canadian Bowl playoffs. Is that give you the extra fuel now to get back to the playoffs and do better, even have a home playoff game?
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, the last few years we've had really good seasons, but we've always ended with that sour taste in our mouth,
Mhm.
losing a playoff game. And I think for our team this year, that is definitely our goal to win a playoff game, no matter if it's away or home.
Knowing what you know now, if you could go back as a kid playing baseball, football, would you do anything different? Would you still take the path that you took?
I think so. I think so because football was my first passion for a sport. I think it's like that's definitely the main reason why I stuck with football.
Mhm.
I played baseball for a very long time as well. I love baseball. Sometimes miss it, but I think football is just my number one passion.
Yeah. So how does your football story continue after the CJFL is done? Once you've graduated from the Husker program, how does it continue for you, or how would you like it to continue for you?
Uh, everyone wants to go pro, right? But that's definitely a main goal for me. But I think for me, the next step is definitely to go back to U Sports or to any school, really, even if it's in the States or Canada. I'm just open to going to any school.
Yeah, your parents pushing you a little bit too to go back to school and
Yeah, for
education
sure.
route.
But definitely my mom.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to this season?
Oh, definitely, definitely. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a good year.
Well, thanks for doing this, and I guess kickoff is right around the corner. We'll see you back on the field real soon.
Thanks, man. Appreciate your time.